As mayor, I would just want to say thank you for acknowledging our relationship with this event. But I must be clear, this event is driven, it is led, it is the work of a remarkable committee, the NAACP, led by the president, Mr. Sean Allen, along with Ms. Sherry Greer, and so many others that have come together throughout the year to meet, to reach out to individuals, to bring vendors together. As a city, we are honored, we are privileged to partner and ensure that our children, our youth, our communities, those who live here, those who visit here, those who just drive by the park, understand the very deep relationship that we hold with one another. Today is a beautiful day, so I must acknowledge it is a gift from God, and I thank God that this event continues to grow each and every year. As mayor, I consider what I would share, and I'll be brief, but I'll share this. Oftentimes, I consider what it means to celebrate holidays throughout the year. We come together, we have activities for children, we go through the formalities of introductions, individuals give speeches, but the most important part of these events is the significance of why we come together and why we celebrate it. I was considering what we do every single day in school with our kids and at formal events at City Hall. We come together to pledge allegiance. And there's a portion there where we say, under God. We say with liberty and freedom for all. And I consider that freedom can only be freedom when it is for all. You know, I have thought of that because it's not something new, it's not a new concept. And I had always embraced it in my youth. But I realized I embraced it in my youth philosophically. I embrace it older through experience, now more so than ever. And this is what I mean by it. Unless freedom is available to all, it is not real, because freedom can be enjoyed by an individual, but until you face the lack of it institutionally, until you realize that every bit of every system that impedes people to progress and to pursue that most amazing and wonderful dream that we teach our children to aspire to every day, then it cannot be real freedom. Now, I'll make no bones about this. I am clear. I love our nation. I believe in America. I believe in the American flag. I hold it deep and true in my heart. When I pray, I thank God for this nation. I believe it is the very greatest nation in the world. I don't pretend when it comes to that. Because considering how other nations operate, I am free in this nation to say what I please, to believe as I choose, to gather with whom I want, and to disagree without fear of persecution. But I'm also cognizant of the fact that the freedoms that we speak of continues to be a growing experiment, one that over centuries, like any experiment, has had great triumphs and horrific and tragic failures. I say this because Juneteenth is an acknowledgement that though America celebrated independence, there were a group of people directly responsible for the success of this nation that were yet still not told of freedom for all. So why do we come together? Of course, for the activities and for the families, but to instill in our children, a need to never forget history. Because as that saying goes, those who do not consider history are doomed to repeat it. Just like other peoples come together and tell their children never forget. Just like there are commemorations and holidays and activities to say, remember what happened, appreciate where we are, but never forget where we were. I share that every single year coming together, ensuring that leaders and groups come from all over to celebrate Juneteenth is important for us, but more for our children, so that every step that advances us as a people, as a community, as a nation, brings us further to the ideal of that freedom that was intended for all. So I say this publicly as mayor of the city of Passaic. There are, and I'll admit this, few people that I look at their leadership and I admire parts of it, but I can say I truly believe in them wholeheartedly. And I want to take this opportunity as we're live in our video to say, Mr. Sean Allen, you are a leader who I wholeheartedly believe in. I believe in your heart. I believe in your character. I believe in your faith. I believe in you even when you're standing up and go, Mayor, you're wrong, I disagree with you. But that's why I respect you. And I say that we come together not because we can be uniform in our thoughts and agree on everything, but because we can be united in a common vision that honors God and progresses all people by acknowledging and celebrating every single one of us. So this evening, when we're at City Hall and the fireworks go off, and we remember that this year is a continuation of last year, and last year continuation of the year prior, years from now, when these children are adults and they lead this program and the park is packed, remember the significance of starting something real and making sure we preserve it. Thank you so much for indulging me in this speech. God bless you. God bless our families. God bless all the organizations that joined. And God bless the United States of America. Thank you.